Hello. In today's video, I want to talk about why one relapse to pornography can lead to many relapses and a binging session. Like many people who are trying to quit pornography, they might say to themselves, oh, I might just watch once. But we all kind of know that that's a big lie because as soon as you watch pornography one time, you're like 10 times more likely to watch again in the next day or two. And I want to get into the science of why watching once and relapsing once can lead to a huge binge session of not wanting to stop. Let's dive into the science. So, porn is something called a supernormal stimuli. And what that means is that it's something that is not found in normal everyday life. It's more stimulating than sex, than conversation, than a lot of things. That's why it's somewhat considered a drug. When you're watching such a supernormal stimuli that's getting your brain so excited and your mind is just like, wow, this is crazy, it's giving you such a huge hit of dopamine. Like it's a giant spike of dopamine. It's like you're flooding your brain with so much kind of pleasure. That's what dopamine is in some sense. And when you're getting so much pleasure and so much dopamine, like it feels really good. But we all know how long that lasts, maybe 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, you know what I mean? But as soon as you finish and relapse and, release, your dopamine levels drop to a very low level. That low level will stay low for the next 3 to 5 days. And that's why, technically speaking, so many people get stuck in that 3 to 7 day cycle of like watching once a week, watching twice a week. Oh, I can't seem to get over once a week or every 4 days. And it's because they're getting that awesome high that's super high, and they're like, wow, this is really great. But then their dopamine levels sink way lower than like an average level, and they're sinking really low. And when they're that low, you're way more, vulnerable because when you're in that low of a state, man, am I depressed? Man, am I sad? You have so much more interest in hitting that ultimate high because all you got to do is click a few buttons on your phone and do a few movements, and all of a sudden you'll get that huge spike of dopamine that you've been kind of craving ever since because you're at that such a low level. And from what I've found, going over 620 days free and helping 15 to 20 other men do the same, what I found is that when you quit for over a month or 2 months, hopefully, you will see that your brain starts to rewire. All of a sudden, you don't feel that low depression dopamine state of, oh, I'm so low, I'm so depressed, I'm so unmotivated, I'm just going to watch some porn. When you remove pornography from your life and start filling your life with regular healthy activities that are normal stimuli, all of a sudden your brain kind of chills at this average dopamine level and is way less swingy. Ooh, such highs and such lows. Like all of a sudden you're going to feel honestly mental clarity, mental stability, self-respect, less shame, less lies, less deceit. There's just a lot more emotional stability that occurs. And scientifically, your brain actually can enjoy regular life so much more because it's not like you're going to the most exciting place of all time, kind of pornography, and then having to live the normal life. Oh, everything just seems gray. Wow. Yeah, the regular life just isn't as beautiful and amazing. And from what I found, after the first 2 months of going free, I noticed like I could see different colors even. I know it sounds strange, but it's like colors and experiences and flavors and just parts of life that I never really even thought existed started to unlock because I wasn't in the state of like gray and like craving such a high stimulus. Like nowadays, having a real relationship, reading real books, going out and getting a real workout in are so much better than fake pleasure online that's giving you short bursts of dopamine but leaving you empty and depressed. And I just wanted to kind of explain the science here because some people might not even realize they're addicted to pornography because they're like, yeah, I watch once a week and yeah, it's no big deal. But what you might not realize is the reason you're watching once a week is because you get that high, then for the next 4, 5, 6 days, you're feeling kind of low, you're feeling kind of depressed, you're feeling less motivated. You might have done less stuff at work, so you're even more unmotivated. Your self-respect is lower. Your values when it comes to religion are low. You don't respect yourself. You're not proud of who you are. And all of a sudden, yeah, today's just not the greatest day. Let's just, I know how good porn will make me feel. Let's just do that. And as soon as your brain starts thinking about that porn, all of a sudden your brain starts being like, oh, wow, I'm already feeling better. I'm feeling a little better because now I'm thinking about porn. Because your brain's starting to give some dopamine. And it's like, oh, maybe I should just do it. Oh, I did it. And then now I'm low again. It goes really quick, this cycle. And if you can get out of this cycle and understand it, and understand that, oh, this urge I'm getting is actually an urge where my prefrontal cortex is shut off. Like when you're about to watch pornography, your logical part of your brain is off. You're not thinking about what it's going to do to your next 6 days and what it's going to do to your productivity, what it's going to do to your relationships, what it's going to do to your erection. What you're thinking about is the quick little hit of dopamine. And so as soon as you get out of that cycle and you're able to look at the cycle from like a bird's eye perspective, you're able to see the damage it was doing to your life. You're able to see the parts of yourself you didn't respect. And you're able to change that about yourself so much easier. And to me, I think it's a journey that every single man should go on. Women too, if you're listening. I think it's something that as soon as you go on that journey, you will see such progress. For me, I was addicted for 10 years, but then I decided to quit. I built this men's circle. I built this podcast. I talk about quitting porn on the regular. And as soon as I quit porn, I attracted a high-quality woman. I built a business. I moved out of my hometown, had the confidence to go and make something of myself. And it's all been working really well because I'm not distracted by pornography. And I'm not feeling low so regularly and feeling so emotionally swingy. Granted, I am a person who feels all kinds of emotions and I have lots of swings in some sense, but it's way better than when I was hitting the porn, high, feeling super low, just horrible. And for me, I really recommend it. I just wanted to kind of give a brief explanation of what happens to your brain when you're engaging in this, what I call the porn loneliness cycle. You are lacking some kind of connection. You're lacking some type of experience, whether it's love or just connection. And all of a sudden, you supplement it with quick porn, and then afterwards, you're almost unlovable. You can't love yourself. You feel like you don't deserve love from other people. Well, I guess I'll just watch porn again because, I'm kind of worthless anyways. And I just want to get as many men out of that porn loneliness cycle as possible. And I've built free courses. I host strategy calls with people. The strategy calls are where we dive one-on-one, hey, let's solve your problem and get you on the right path. If you're interested in any of that, there's links in the description. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments how you're doing on your road away from porn. I would love to see how you guys are doing. I'll see you next week.